I've been talking to girls in my class this year and I was like, you know, there's like children working for your clothes. And she was like, I don't care. When you get those responses, you know it's going to be tough to change because some people are so comfortable in their privilege that they just don't want to change. That's why I think it's important, if you have this will to thrift, to go for it. I am a thrift store girly. All of this has been thrifted. This one has not, but all the rest has been thrifted. I'm also a silver girly. Who would have guessed? The idea for this video is, as I'm a silver girly, I'm gonna repaint all those little guys silver as I give you my tips for thrift stores. The more I see myself with this, I'm like, am I a silver girly? Probably because I'm wearing a white top and in general, I wear all black. So I'm not gonna get tempted by the fact that my outfit today fits gold. It's just going to cancel the entire video and that's not what we want. I have the mirrors. I also have paint, silver paints. The idea for today is for decorating those mirrors. And I know I've been warned so many times that if you redecorate a mirror, be careful because if they're haunted, the spirit might not be happy. This one is the one that scares me the most, but honestly I had it for like 1 month I think, and I haven't lived anything weird since then. Let's start with the one that I bought. It's broken, I know, and everyone's like, you shouldn't have broken mirror, but I like it. The good old, what's the name for this thing? I don't know. Let's go. Scared of how liquid it's gonna be. So my first tip for thrift stores would be to find something near your house because it's something that is accessible. That's something where you can find so many things. I really like Vinted, but let's be honest, the prices on export, it's really expensive. Let's be honest, if we thrift, it's also to buy something that respects the environment, and I think the best thing is to buy something that is near your house so that it doesn't go around the entire planet. I know that in my town I have 3 thrift stores, real thrift stores, you know, not expensive ones. You have to try, you know, if you like them, because I know I have more than 3 in my town, but there are many that don't suit me. Actually, can I take it off? I think I can. Much better. Here we go. Then the second is, if you don't have access to things like this, Vinted is really good for this. But at the very beginning of Vinted, you could actually find what town you were in so that you could exchange it in real life. But I found a way to find in your area. You just have to add the name of your town, and then you're going to find so many things that are sold right next to your house. To give you an idea, I found those shoes right next to my house. It was like the shoes that I've been dreaming of for so long. But the thing is, I was only seeing them on Shein and shops that I didn't want to buy at, and when I saw them I was just like, okay, that's just exactly what I need. You get it faster and you don't pay for the export. Yeah. Tip number 3, don't forget that some thrift stores have student discounts. Don't hesitate to ask if you need that. So yeah, don't hesitate to check that. Most of the time we're talking about thrift stores, but let's not forget garage sales. You're buying for families or stuff like this, and they're okay to change the prices. It's not like thrift stores where the price most of the time is set already. Just good to know that you have this option too, especially if you live in a small town and that you don't have that much access to thrift stores. Those kind of events are most of the time in summer, and that's just the best activity for me. It's not my favorite season. What I love during summer is that's when there's the most garage sales. I have paint all over me. I kind of like when I have paint all over me. I feel like I'm a little artist. If it doesn't look good, I'm gonna be so sad. I think I'll need to do 2 layers and then I'll be able to put the silver paint. Also, a good thing to take into account, especially for girls who have my body type, is we shouldn't go for too oversized clothes, because you never know. Someone who needs a larger clothes size than you might come to the thrift store and have difficulty finding stuff, so that everyone feels accepted when they come thrifting. I recognize 100% that I'm privileged. In terms of thrifting, most of the clothes are going to be my size. I'm giving advice from my point of view, but I know it's more difficult for some people. Actually, I think I'm also really lucky because I love to dress all black and white, so it's so easy when I look for clothes. Another thing that I do when I go thrift shopping is I try to go on Pinterest first to see what I'm missing. It helps me not get lost, because you can easily get lost in thrift stores, you know, because there's so much clothes. I know it can be difficult to kind of like stop yourself from buying everything. Make a sort of list or a Pinterest board before you go. I hate this state. Also, another tip that's really useful is don't hesitate to go on TikTok. You're just like keywords, Vinted. There's so many creators already who make videos of the keywords you can add here and there so that you can have the clothes that you're looking for. TikTok is honestly a gold mine for this. You can find kind of those keywords everywhere. I'm saying TikTok posts, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Instagram is, I feel like it's more difficult to search on it than it is for TikTok. Something that is important to understand when you start thrifting is not fast fashion. The idea of fast fashion is you get what you want immediately. Let's be honest, we got used to that, but that's not normal. It's not that you should stop 100% to buy new clothes, but it's always good to, before you want to buy something new, look if you cannot find something in a very good state secondhand. Our brain is used to wanting something, being able to buy it and have it immediately. And when you start thrifting, you have to understand that it's not going to come right away, and that it's okay and it's normal, because that's how it should be. It's not that we shouldn't be able. If we can, it's great. But if we're able to have this today, it means that other people on the other side of the planet are getting used for us to get what we want immediately, which is kind of inhuman. I don't remember the number of articles added on the Shein platform every day, and I think it's like a huge amount, and it's scary to see. We have to get used to the fact that if we want fast fashion to die, we need to get rid of this need of having whatever we want right away. And I know the problem is that we won't be able to change this fast, because some people just don't care if other people are like underpaid or dying on the other side of the planet just for you to get those clothes. I've been talking to girls in my class this year, and I was like, you know, there's like children working for your clothes, and she was like, I don't care. When you get those responses, you know it's going to be tough to change, because some people are so comfortable in their privilege that they just don't want to change. That's why I think it's important, if you have this will to thrift, to go for it. We kind of need everyone possible to stop those big companies who make money off of women and children in other countries. I understand that some people don't have the choice. Actually, when you think about it, thrift shopping is less expensive. And I'm thinking of those shoes that I got yesterday. I don't have the, let's say, the normal shoe size, so sometimes finding shoes in secondhand is really tough for me. And still, I managed to find them. I think it's just like trusting the fact that it will come your way. It's really probably associated with the fact that I'm a manifesting girly. That's my way to think about this thing. You can thrift shop and think it in any other way. There's no rules or there's no like manual. I think this one first layer is dry, so I should be able to do a second layer and then the silver paint. Let's let them dry. And I don't think this one will need a second layer. Okay, maybe it does. Okay, the sound on this video was absolutely terrible, so let me sum up a little bit the end of this video. Basically, the paint was absolutely awful on the mirror, so I was forced to buy a paint spray, and honestly it worked so much better. In a few seconds it was done. Okay, I think I finished one. Let's put back the mirror. The first one is done. And after this mirror, I ended up doing all the rest. I also did some frames. One of them had a green line that I wanted to keep, so I made sure that I taped it before spraying, and the removing of the tape was pretty satisfying. And then I fixed back the mirror up together. I had some difficulties with the mirror because it was broken in so many pieces, as you can see, but it ended up pretty much working out when I fixed it back to the frame. And here are all the results. I hope you enjoyed this video and that the tips helped you to maybe thrift more. If you like those kind of thrifting videos, don't hesitate to leave a thumbs up, to subscribe and everything. I might do a lot more like this because I really enjoyed it. It was really peaceful to make. As always, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you next week.